everyone, welcome back. It's Jojo
And Shruti, what's up, Joe?
what's up? What's up? इस गाने की बहुत requests आई and they were like, please cover it with Bhola.
Yay! Awesome. Why cover it with me? What's so special about this song?
I don't know because you're awesome.
No, मैं तो हूँ awesome, लेकिन I mean like,
I
why am I
because
the,
because
they're requesting?
because you also like Bayaan and Asfar and you know that whole situation. So
Like
I think
that,
उस इसलिए and I was also told हाँ
yes,
इसका video
yes,
अच्छा है.
yes.
So you will also enjoy the video. Someone said. So this is Bayan's news release. Let me just read the blurb. It's called Kahan Jaoon. Composed, arranged, and performed by Bayan. Lyrics Asfar Hussain. Produced, mixed by the man who wrote Meram. In case you don't remember. Yes.
Yeah, we didn't. Now that you said it, excitement has gone like 60% more.
Right. I know. He's just heartbreaking. He's a very so anyway, produced, mixed, and mastered by Farhan Sami, record label Sony. Recorded at Gramophone. So bye bye. Okay, that's fine. Okay. And okay, all the other video credits. Okay, let's just get into it. 5.5 minutes
All right.
long. Let's do
All
it.
right.
One.
My network's faltering a little bit, so just a heads up pehle se. If anything like falters, if I freeze and all, just keep going. I will probably come back into the zone. है ना?
We are
Okay,
used to
ठीक
it. One,
Not for
two.
now, okay?
I know. I know. Just play. 1, 2, 3, play.
Sony music.
All the majors have reached Pakistan now.
देखो हर तरफ धुआं है कोई दिल कहीं जला है कैसे बेखबर जहां बिखरने लगे हैं किसे पाऊं मेरी राहों पे मंजिल नहीं है कहाँ जाऊं यहाँ लगता मेरा दिल नहीं है उल्फत अब कहाँ से लाऊं बिखरा यूं सिमट न पाऊं शायद ये मेरी सजा है भूले भटके किनारे दे पाए ना सहारे कैसे तूफान से लड़ूं कोई पनाह दे कहाँ जाऊं के इरादे बिखरने लगे हैं किसे पाऊं मेरी राहों पे मंजिल नहीं है कहाँ जाऊं यहाँ लगता मेरा दिल नहीं है
I was not prepared for that. Wow.
Oh my God.
This was like metaphoric, uh,
Oh,
uh, heavy metaphoric, like हर visual, हर frame में metaphor था, हर line में. And in his song, he played with us, yeah.
yeah.
Like, I'm literally like, it started kahan pe? Pehle I was so mesmerized in the first 4-5 lines, and I was just like, with the visuals, I was fully overtaken.
Yeah.
And then, but then there's this one part which came, and his voice kind of just pulled you in and said, forget the visuals. Suno to sahi, wo baat kya kar raha hai? And I was like, oh, like, it suddenly hit. And then I just got sucked into it. Like the
Yeah.
song was the moment it began, the whole space odyssey, what is it called? That obelisk or like, that whole portal thing, the definition itself of that, and his words also, he's talking about कि मैं कहाँ जाऊँ? I want to just run away from this. I want to leave all this, but where should I even go? And to then think that he's standing literally, I mean, the assumption of a portal and those different, and then suddenly, like, it's the him who is, and then suddenly he touches the portal, he faints, but then there are 5 of him, like, different aspects. I mean, now that is open to interpretation. The way I took it was that initially we don't realize, but by the end of it, there is 5 of him, right? And each one has a different story. Each one has gone through like, a lot of, like, one who is trying to get up, but this the surface is so slippery that he's unable to stand. Another who is, sand ke andar that hand wala thing is going. Another being hit by lightning. So there are like, different problems that we go through, and all the things that we literally get hit by or get pushed by, or like, and then to show that how in the end he says that it's right under my feet, and all I need to do is if I can just do this, and I will be able to, like, get it together. And then he kind of touches, and it's just also midway through मुझे इतनी बातें समझ नहीं आ रही थी. I was like, ये मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा लेकिन बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. Like, it's like when you're watching
There were many
something and you're
such
like,
moments. There were many such.
many.
Yeah.
I was
Because
like,
there's so much to
wow.
interpret after one. You have
So-
to really deep dive into it multiple times.
Really? And then that's
Yeah.
why by the end of it, after all that, let's call it for a second darkness, like, the darkness of inside us, all our pain, everything, and hard relate was happening to all of it. And I'm sure that is true for everybody because, it was such a metaphoric way of explaining pain
Yeah.
that there is no way that at some level or the other, each person can relate. And then in the end, how it ended on a happy note. And I was like, I'm crying, but why am I crying?
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
like, why am I crying?
Because your
And
heart is so
then
full.
I'm like, music, lyrics, everything. It's the impact of an entire choreography of the entire music video along with its components of music. Nothing separate from each other. It's like all of it is together. And the symphony that has happened is having that impact on me where I'm crying. And I'm like, "Leen, main ro kyun rahi hu?" Like, it is just, it's a beautiful song. Like, beautiful is an understatement for this song. And I know every time I'm going to watch it, or even if I don't watch it, first of all, visual delight to another core. मैं 10 बार भी देखूंगी, different interpretation होगा depending on what I'm going through in life, And even if I put that aside and think about just listening to this song is just,
Sonically.
it was stunning, just on the ears. Like, it was,
This band
I
is
have no
something
words.
else. Yeah, I can't. How did they play with our emotions like this in these like waveforms that they created? I just can't.
It's just too beautiful. Loved it. And voice, his voice.
Yes.
How can we not talk about his voice? He was just
Even his acting to that, like his eyes. What a brilliant actor.
right? Like the whole makeup done, and
Every
then the way he
scene.
was. That one, even at the start when he was getting pushed in that, he's walking through that tunnel and he's getting pushed. With that every push, I was like feeling emotions. I was like, wow.
Listen,
this is ये थोड़ा masterpiece type zone बन गया है इस
yes,
गाने का.
yes. I mean, this
You know?
like Bayaan has always been in that space where they are, they're taking the road less traveled and they're doing their thing and they're carving a path for themselves, which is a very uniquely Bayaan path. Nobody else can emulate that because they are not them. The musicians that they are as a collective, when they've come together as a band, they are creating something extremely special.
Correct.
And this is no exception. It literally like was first, and we know, and because even Zulfi said when he had that Mehram ka thought, he's like, "Aisa song sirf Asfar likh sakta hai." He has that much faith in his sort of writing when he goes into those depths and really digs deep to verbalize the emotions that everyone probably feels. But there's a way of saying them, and he has a beautiful like knack for it, to do it in a beautiful way. So there only, I felt the first two lines only killed me, where he says कि सब जगह धुआं है और कोई दिल जला है, and then something like किसी को खबर
Yeah.
नहीं है, and I was like, क्या he thought. से आप शुरू कर रहे हैं, मतलब thank you very much, we are going to cry. So so and then as the lyricism, I'm just going to talk about the lyrics as they progress through the track. It just kept making me feel so uneasy, because the purging process makes you uneasy. So it's like through the track you are bringing out everyone's demons, and you're bringing out everyone's inner dark thoughts and everyone's sort of turmoils that they internalize so much, right? और वो सब
Correct,
visually depict हो रहा है. It was just like, what is this? This is a person who has sat and, like, even though you feel
Felt it
these
and then
things,
put it in words.
yeah, but even when you feel it and then you take cognizance of it and you then move on to the next emotion, you tend to not remember it so accurately with such detail. So, and then when
And
you
so
write
poetically.
so poetically,
Yeah.
so when he's writing, I was just like, "Ye kya lines hai?" And then, and every time the music switch happened and a little like crescendo happened, it happened twice, no, in the song.
Yeah. Yeah.
वहाँ पे first of all the music and then the singing and then the I was goosebumps were happening, and then also visually whatever he's doing, it's just 360-degree A plus effort from everyone. you know
It's just
and
I cannot believe right now what has happened.
yeah, and I feel like even in the video, which is, if video directors were rappers, this lyrical rappers, they would make videos like this, because every line is a metaphor. So every frame is a metaphor laden thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
feel like Fida Moeen is like a lyrical rapper and his team. So in that sense, I was thinking that, and the whole like you said, that thing. Now I'm not very familiar with this thing, but it's a portal, and he touched it, and he fainted, which then I felt the same. It was different versions of himself that popped up, and then I feel like it was probably a telling of now I could be completely off with this, but I felt like it was showing him kahan jaun. So each scene was showing him what would happen if he took those different paths. किस path पे
Like
मैं जाऊं.
parallel universes.
हाँ,
Like
सो
parallel
मैं
paths.
यहाँ जाऊं तो ये हो रहा है और ये फील हो रहा है, मैं ये करूंगा तो ये हो रहे हैं मेरे साथ चीजें, and blah and blah and blah, right? So I felt like maybe that's what they were depicting through those different scenes, because I was trying very hard to understand कि
चल
thematically,
क्या रहा है?
yeah,
हाँ.
what are we
Yeah.
being told here?
Yeah.
So I took that away at the end of it, because he's walking down a tunnel, so that's path one, with someone escorting him, maybe someone telling him in life कि आप इस तरफ जाइए और ये होगा आपके साथ, and then those heads were there with the bandages around them. So I felt like maybe this is the world telling you should live your life this way, and all the people who have done the same, now these are their bandaged bodies lying here, who didn't follow their passion, maybe in a way, so to speak. I don't know, because even the people following him and directing him also had their faces wrapped in some weird thing. So I took that. Then there was one where he was, yeah, like the lightning striking is happening, and the other like Keechad, that black tar stuff.
Tar type. Yeah.
So
For me,
different.
it was healing. Like, different versions of him, and now each one is healing their own thing. And then once they're healed, everyone comes together. And in the end, that's when he has hope, where he says, it's right under my feet. Whatever path I want to take, I'll be good. So
It's a very alchemist sort of conclusion, where सब कुछ experience करके आप उसी point पे वापस आ गए, and it was all there only. I feel like that happened. But listen, there's too many things in all the scenes, and then in the end, that visual that they made, where everything disappears and then the Bayaan ka logo comes up, that was so nicely done.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Your voice is back now.
Oh, where everything just sort of melted, and then his silhouette is there, and then the song ended with the Bayaan logo. First of all, their logo is very nice. So I mean, क्या ही है ये music. This is the kind of stuff you want to hear, from musicians, because it really makes you feel, and it makes you think, and it makes you, my God, art on so many levels packaged into one song. So, should you want to? I'm not going to
Top
go
of
over the lyrics.
everything is voice.
His
No, but
voice.
top of it, his voice was just too beautiful. Those
And
high
the
notes were so clear and so in control, and so like it was pleasurable to listen. Like,
yeah.
it was just wow.
Yeah, and also the band members, every instrument, every person, I just, when those, anyway, this And I, every time, I don't know if I told you this, but even in the All About Music conference, and now I met some very like close friends of mine I haven't seen in a long time who are major singers in the industry here. They were
Hmm.
asking about Bayaan. Like Bayaan is like on top of recall for so many people in India. It's because you can, they're just setting the scene
Yeah.
on fire in a different way. But yeah, props to them. I'm not going to go over the lyrics I was saying because it will
Hmm.
make me cry, and I cannot right now. Anything tiny pin drop will make me cry, so I cannot do that.
Hanging by a spider thread.
I am very, very, yeah, she knows, she knows. So we will not. But thank you, Baya, for this song. Thank you, Asfar, for writing such beautiful lyrics and for making music like this, the whole band. And Fida Moin and team for this video that needs several breakdowns to happen. Uh, just just thank you.
Big thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you guys for
exactly.
recommending and making sure she was with me because
I know. Thank you for that. Like, I would not have wanted to miss this one. Like, this is just wow.
I was alone, I would have lost it. So anyway, chalo, thanks guys. DM me for further recommendations. This Paula is there to support the channel. Oh, and tell us if you feel we missed something because there's so much one can interpret from this. So tell us your
Yeah.
interpretations, comment below, and we'll see you in the next one. Live long and prosper.
Bye.